Okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you see me? It's Sunday night. Can you hear me? Can you see me? It's Sunday night. Hello, everybody. Is the chat on the side? If someone wants to be on the chat, you can be on the chat. It's Sunday. I don't even know why we're doing it. We just did our show whatever our stream was a couple of hours ago, and now we're doing this. Some people are gonna get upset. They're gonna get upset because I think that what I said. I don't even remember what I said. But can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Alex is here. MC Scott is here. So that's two. We got two people coming in. Okay, this is going to be the lowest chat that we've ever had. If you're here, say something to me. I don't know why I said. I just felt like, I can't say no. I can't say no. I'm not that you asked me. No one asked me, but I feel like I should do something. And I did this when I was doing stuff. Joe is here. Hello, beautiful, beautiful Joe. Hey, Lewis and everyone. I've just dragged myself away from Drag Race because I love you guys. Thank you very much. Hey, Lewis and everyone. She wrote that twice. It's so important. I can indeed see and hear you. Okay. I got the sound on, and there's the thing going over there. And I don't know. It should be like that. I think it should be like that. I don't know how this is the best way to go. It's Sunday. I'm wearing I don't know. My son gave me this. It's from whatever. It looks all right. Celery 5 by 5. We hear you. What does that mean? 5 by 5. I don't know what that means. I mean, we pretty much discussed everything we had to discuss. I don't know what I said about women and women working and stuff like that. But I doubt if Lucy comes in and said, maybe she will. I don't know. She gets upset. I'm not against. I mean, I don't think there's I mean, there's not that much happiness right now, and whatever's going on in the country is going to be even less happy. And one of the things that can make people, I mean, you'd think that people would not want to work. I do not want to work. I don't want to work. Means good pick and audio. Okay, 5 by 5. And Lucy is here. She is here. I love Lucy. She knows that. She knows it. It's a bit awkward, basically. It is awkward. I shouldn't say that because I don't know. People. I don't know. People don't like to hear it. But I'm a lover. I don't even know what it means really when I say I love you. Joodles too. I love Joodles. I'm not sure women get half as upset as you think, Lewis, and that's what really bothers me. They don't get upset. Well, I don't know. Can you speak for Lucy? I think Lucy has gotten upset. I think you've gotten upset at the things that I say. I don't mean it badly, really, what I say. I mean, I'm not here to, especially you people who are watching this thing. How can I get mad at you? I'm like so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're watching this thing. You're participating. How can I get angry? How can I get angry? I want people. I'm trying to figure out what the best. Maybe this goes this way. Every time I got to go a different way than the way I think. Let me try this thing here. Can you see me? My ear is all. I've got an itchy ear and I can barely hear. It posted twice. I didn't do it, but it posted twice. This is what Joe says. Well, why don't women get angry at me? Why don't they? I think they. I don't. I think it's hard to get angry at somebody who's not sure about what I'm. I'm not. I was going to say not sure of what I'm saying. I am sure of what I'm saying. There are things that I definitely believe in. At least I believe in them at the moment I'm saying them. We should all believe in the things that we believe at the moment that we're saying them. And then you could change your mind. You could talk your way out of it. And then afterwards, I was thinking about what I said today. And Lucy actually did explain it to me before. Do you remember explaining it to me, Lucy? And I sort of understood it months ago. I may have been upset, but not anymore, Lewis. You're just a bloke in a chair with bizarre opinions. It's not that deep. Okay, that's going to be on the thing. A bloke in a chair with bizarre. I'm making a copy of this right now, and I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here. Let's turn that sound off so you don't hear the sound. And I'm going to rewrite it over here. There you go. You're just a bloke in a chair with a bizarre opinion. I am. I'm sitting down. I am sitting down. Well, that's right. That's what people should. You shouldn't get that upset about people, especially today's world. How can you get upset at people in today's world? That people say the most horrific things, really horrific things. You know, like I've been reading about the Mossad in Israel. They're trying to blame the world on the Mossad, and whatever they're trying to do, blame it on the Jews, blame it on everybody. I mean, I wish I wasn't Jewish, but I am. I am. It's really boring. I wish I wasn't a misogynist, but I am. Whatever that means. I hope I don't think I'm a misogynist. Do I seem to be a misogynist? I hope I'm not a misogynist. Anyway, but thank you. Precisely, Lucy. Did you mean to put that in the description or here on the chat? Is it you talking to me? As I've said before, this is what Lucy says. When I disagree with Lewis, he hears my comments as an angry woman voice. No, I hear it as an angry voice, not even like an angry woman voice, as an angry Northern Irish voice. I know you don't hear yourself because you're Northern Irish and you're just so used to that. It's like when I went to L.A. and I moved to L.A. for a year in the 1980s, and people thought, "Oh my God, you sound like so New York. Would you calm the fuck down?" Because L.A. was not like New York. Maybe it is now. I don't know. But it was like, Can you calm down? I do hear it as an angry voice. Does anybody else hear it that way? You know, maybe in real life, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know what Lucy's like in real life. I only love her meme. Is that her meme? Is that the image? What do they call the little ball with her picture in it? Everything we say should be taken down and used against you in a court of Schaffer, says Sally. It's possible. It's like what I say. I mean, it's really interesting because no one seems to actually care about what I'm saying. That's the amazing thing. You don't really care. No one's gotten on my case. We get no trolls, nothing on Twitter. It's like I'm not even that important. That's what's scary. I think an avatar. Thank you, Lucy Van Pelt. Yeah, it's a beautiful avatar. It's, it hits a lot of nice things. Caroline Levitt, the hot press secretary, told everybody to watch GB News. I saw that. She did say that, is that going to help? Is that going to help the BBC? Maybe. I mean, really, she's thinking that it's like the BBC is some independent thing. Like, don't watch CBS, watch NBC. Don't watch NBC, watch ABC. Like, they're all kind of the same things. She has no clue. She has absolutely no clue that the BBC controls this country. May I request, would you ever, this is what Judith says, may I request, would you ever pull your head out of your ass, no, in a Northern Irish accent? Please, Lewis. May I request, would you ever pull your head, what does that mean? Am I too involved in myself? Am I too self-centered? Yeah, I'm really self-centered. It's like pathetic. It is pathetic. I want someone to pay attention to me, but not too much. I don't want them to take me too seriously. That's why this is basically good days could come again. They could come, and Lewis Schaffer could be a star again, or maybe I'll just fizzle out. I don't know what the situation is going to be. But what are you saying, Joodles? Will you ever pull your head out of your arse? No, however you pronounce it. We all must agree with your bizarre opinions, Lewis. Laugh out now. Nobody is trolling you. Maybe be more woke. Yeah, maybe just say you're a bunch of horrible leftist, rightist not whatever they say, N-A-Z-I's, possibly. But no, I'm thinking, I mean, I must have said something that could get somebody upset. I'm saying about this country. I think I have said, I don't want to say it like right now, like this is a list of the things that I believe in right at this moment, because that's not. Let's ask BBC Verify if Lewis has his head up his horse. What does that mean? I never even understood what that means. Your head is up. It means I'm like too obsessed with myself. Is that what that means? I think that's what it means. Celer at Audex is laughing at that. But what does that mean? My head is up. I'm gonna have to Google it. I'm gonna Google it. Is my head up my arse? Meaning. Let me take the things. I'm gonna write it something different. Is my head up your arse? Okay, what does it mean to have your head up your arse? In the UK. See, it means something in the UK. It doesn't mean something in America, but let's see what it means. It says essentially means someone is being arrogant or has such a misplaced high opinion of themselves that they can't see what an utter tit they are being. Would you think that that's true? Okay, we're going to discuss that, because I don't think that might not be true. Brown-nosing self means I'm like thinking I'm so important. In my experience, it can mean two different things. Someone is very self-important and smug. He's got his head up his ass. Or two, this is Yorkshire Cornish Consortium. Comes from Yorkshire and Cornwall. Someone is overwhelmed and are a bit confused with the situation. I got my head up my ass today. You're talking out of your arse. The second one is the true meaning. Okay, so what? I don't understand. So, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's probably true. I've had a tough day. I had to wake up a bit early. I had to go down to Selhurst Park. It takes about an hour. It's stressful to be on the train, stressful. And then I watched the football game, which is, I like it. I'm not really that into it. I like it. I like it a lot. And okay, I'm referring to myself. It means I'm a bit confused about something. I'm less familiar with them. Okay, let's find out what you, the audience, now I'm even more confused. What does that mean? We almost agree with your bizarre opinion. Okay. He says, no, not necessarily self-obsessed. She just thinks I'm upset. I'm insane. I'm insane. Lucy is like screaming, I am not upset. I am not upset. Where does that come from? Judels is angry at Lewis tonight. No, she's not. She just says that I'm insane. I don't take that as an insult. I take that more as a compliment. I'm so not. I'm peeing myself. You're always laughing. I don't trust your laughter. Judels, I love it, but I don't trust. You're always like splutter laughing and peeing. You know what? I don't know. Is there some sort of online test he could do to determine this? Yes, that's a good question. What would the test be? We go over here. We go to here. We go to IDEA Labs. IDR Labs, self-obsession test. Is that right? Is that the right test? Obsessive belief test, obsessive compulsive test, egotism test. Which one of these tests is the right test? Any ideas? Do you think we can make some hay out of this? John Miller is here. Hello, John Miller. Welcome back. It's not ignorance. It's having weird opinions, Lewis. You know what? I do have weird. I don't even think that some of them I don't believe as much as others I believe, but I do have weird opinions. Why say anything if it's not a weird opinion? Why say anything if it's exactly, what everybody else says? So I'm proud of that. Thank you very much, Judels, for saying that. Hold on one second. That's a message from my friend. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Let's get back on track. Okay. That's my other friend. Okay. I've done analysis. Lewis is 81% of his own. But does that mean I think I'm amazing, or does it mean that I'm mental? Let's take a vote on that. Should we take a vote? Maybe we should just take a vote on that right now. What is the test thing? What is it called that we did before? That test for fun. What is it called? Personality quizzes, BuzzFeed quizzes. What is it called? What was? I forgot what the test was called. Do you remember what the test was called? Okay, Lewis, catch yourself on and wind your neck in. Is that another saying that I don't know? Catch yourself on and wind your neck in. Am I sticking my neck too far out? That means something where I come from. When you stick your neck out it means you're taking a risk. I don't know whether it means that. As if there might be a head up your ass test. No, Lewis, again, I wasn't saying you're self-obsessed. What are you saying? Quite, Lucy. I think he's the one who's angry now. I'm not angry. I am not angry. I'm just, it's Sunday night. I tell you what it is. I'm trying my best. I'm not trying my best. That's the problem. I come and I do these streams, and some of it is just, I think to myself, this is just, like, we live in this world and we want to be better than what we are. Don't we want to be better than what we are? That's what I'm saying. Jedster says, the NI sure have a way with words. Yes, they do. It's like a whole foreign country in the middle of another foreign country in the middle of another foreign country. Yes, it's a weird culture. I find it almost attractive. I don't want to say this. I'm not going to lie, but and Irish people in America and in the world never did anything for me. It was never like, oh my God, that's it. I got an issue. I never did, but I do find it very, very. It's something. These two, Lucy and Joodles, they got a thing to my brain, and they know it. They just sit there, the two of them. How can we make Lewis's life crazy and miserable? Do a YouTube poll to see if you're nuts or not. I'm afraid of the result of that. I'm not afraid. Egotism is a test. Go back to where you were. Is that the test? Will we all take the test? What do they call the test where you put a poll? Straw poll. It's called a straw poll. That's what it's called. It's called a straw poll. Let me go to this thing. It's called a straw poll. And what will the straw poll be? Straw poll. Straw poll free. Type form. This is it. We did this one already. You remember we did this one. Are you sure? Sign up with email. I don't know. No, I'm not going to do that. Because I know that Judah will say, don't do that. Let's get back on track. We'll get back to here. Hello, Leanne. Leanne is here. Beautiful. She never gives me a hard time. Paul Manning is here. Never gives me a hard time. MC Scott never gives me a hard time. But Joodles gives me a hard time. How do we make your life miserable? You're miserable enough without any of us intervening. That is true. I am miserable. I am miserable. Am I miserable I'm miserable. I'm a New York Jew miserablist. That's what I am. That's exactly true. You're probably not making my life miserable. I'm making, like when I said what I said, I thought to myself, I know that Lucy's going to get upset at this. I know she is. I didn't do it deliberately. After I said it, I said, oh, she's going to get upset. She's going to get upset. He is only 81% because his head got stuck going around the bend into the descending colon. Because I'm so up my own bottom. The poll will be us trolling you. Yeah, do you want to troll me? I don't know. So that's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, are you all like that? Are you all miserablists? Are you? Maybe that's my place, is to be miserable, so that you people can feel better about yourself. Or maybe you could think to yourself, I'm with somebody who thinks like me. I'm like worried. Well, why should I be alone? Why should I be alone? I'm worried. I'm really, really worried. Lewis, Google the lyrics to the Pet Shop Boys' Miserableism. Okay, let's listen to that. We'll listen to that. We'll Google that. That sounds like something I'd like to hear. I'll press this here. Miserableism. Pet Shop Boys. Lyrics. I don't know how the song goes. Here are the lyrics. This is. I should just Google it. I'm on YouTube. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it here. Pet Shop Boys lyrics. Okay, here it goes. It seems to me there's something serious beginning, a new approach found to the meaning of life. Deny that happiness is open as an option, and disappointment disappears overnight. Say that love is an impossible dream. Face the facts. That's what it's always been. Relax. What you see is what you've seen. What you get is a new philosophy. Miserableism it is, or it isn't. It isn't. Sounds like me. It's like, well, where is he? Is he miserable or is he not? Meanwhile, your life is still directed as a drama with realism on the sparsest of sets. Every performance tends to... Hold on. Can you see this? There we go. What is it saying? It's saying a lot of words. For the sake of it, make sure you're always frowning. Get. It shows the world you've got substance and depth. Life is an impossible scheme, and love the imperceptible dream. I see what he's saying. He's saying something a bit more complicated than what I thought he might be saying. He's saying that if you go around being happy, people might not trust it, or they don't think you're as smart. Is that what it means? What does it mean? Tell me what that song means, everybody. Come on, let's get in there. Let's get in there and tell us what it means. What does the song mean? MC Scott is still positive. He's got a wife and he's happy, or whatever he is. Hey, Rubes. I'm good, thank you. Lovely. Struggling with energy at the moment. Reduce your carbs. You'll have more energy. Look at Lewis Schaffer. Look at the energy that I have. Not really, but I might have a little bit for tonight. I think London Jew Miserable is more funnier and apt these days than New York Jew Miserable. Well, New York Jew Miserable seems almost real with the mayor that they got. It's almost possible. And New York was an amazing place for 150 years for the Jews. Or more, however long we live there. The lyrics are saying a lot of words. What are the lyrics saying in that song? Can you tell me what that song means? Lucy Van Pelt. Can you please? And Leanne has a terrible toothache, so it's a bit draining too. You want to get rid of your toothache, go low carb, and you won't get toothaches. Toothaches are caused by, cavities are caused by high carbs. I believe that, and you know I've said that millions of times. With the buses now free, expect all the loneliness, all the homeless cracks sleeping in them, Alex says. Yeah, worse than that. I don't think they're all free yet. I think there's too much money coming in with the buses. You know, it's hard enough to get a seat as it is. Buses in New York, they're not as nice as buses in London. You know, for now. Who knows what's going to happen with buses in London? Are they always going to be nice? And Andrew Rubin has a toothache. You want to get rid of your toothaches, which I had major toothache. I would go to the doctor. Look, I lost teeth. Can you see the teeth that I lost? Teeth there. Is that go low carbs? Well, they want to have free buses, MC. That's what he wants to do. They want to give away the store. Make everything free. Make everything free. And I think that is that going to be good that it's free? It's free that I don't have to pay because I'm on that senior rail card. I got free buses across the country. I might do that. I might take the computer and go across the country. Go across the country. I heard Judge Judy saying when New York Jews get rich, they move to Florida. Is that true? Well, it used to be true, and then it stopped being true, and now perhaps it's true again. I've got a couple of rich Jew friends, and I'm thinking about moving. New York public transport buses. Is that true with Judge Judy? I don't know. I love Judge Judy. Love her. Love her, love her, love her. Anyway, I love her. Free buses in Nunhead. I mean, I have free buses here. I could take the 343, the 484. I could take the 37, the 12. I could take the 197. I could take the 63 or the 363. I could take the 78. I could take the P12. All free. I could take the train. That's because of the new mayor. Mayor Mandami. You know, your wait. There will be no rich part. You wait. I think, well, you don't mean that. There will be no rich part of New York. It's quite possible. Who knows what's going to happen? But New York has had bad times before. We've had bad mayors before. And the mayor isn't the most important person in the entire city, really. The governor has control because they went bankrupt once before and they had to give away the entire store to New York State. Imagine if, I mean, it's kind of like London, where the government owns the place, basically, sort of, kind of. Anyway, toothaches are bad, says Joodles. Toothaches are bad. Anyway, I once walked, or marched really, I didn't hang around, from Trafalgar Square to Woodford Green in West London. Yeah, London, I remember when I came to London, and I used to love to walk, and I walked around. I've been all over, and I took all the trains. I used to take my kids on the train. Before they had, like, train tickets, I used to go on free train rides. We didn't go anywhere, really, but maybe we were. Maybe it was a bit of a scam. I did free trains everywhere. Free train. Did we resolve the Lewis and Joodles and Lucy conundrum? What do I do with Lucy and Joodles? What do I do with two beautiful women who love me but refuse to admit that they love me? What do I do? What do you do? Leanne loves me, but does she admit that she loves me? Joe, what do you do with women like that? I don't know what you do. I've pulled teeth, DIY, so far this year. 8 teeth. You're on a high carb diet. You want to save your teeth. I mean, my teeth are not as good as they used to be. I don't look as good as I used to look, but you know what it is. Tip for you, Leanne. Call 111 first and tell them the dentist they said they have to take, and tell the dentist they said you have to take you. That's how I worked my way into the NHS dentist that had no space. Good luck. Cool. I did that too when I had a tooth problem. And then I went low. I kept on going low carb, and there you go. Nothing. I mean, it's amazing, that it's not really covered by the NHS, which should be. It should be covered by the NHS. Paul Manning says, as you once said in your stand-up, Lou, that you simply have joodles and loose, that you simply leave. That's right. That's the joke. That's the joke I used to tell. That's the joke. Thank you for remembering that. Oh my God, you remember that. The joke was, I know how to please. I'm an older man. It took me a long time to learn how to please a woman sexually. I leave her alone. That was my joke. Okay, that was my joke. Vatnai, how are you? When I'm on the desk at work, I can see all the calls to 111 for our area. Hundreds of calls are for teeth. Yeah, I can bet they are. Well, why there's so many bad teeth? Because people are on a high carb diet. I know you think that I'm insane, and I am insane for repeating myself over and over again. But that's a fact. You want to have good teeth, go low carb. Saying that today, I've had 2 oranges. I've had 2 Oreo ice cream sandwiches. I had a chicken pie at Selhurst Park. I didn't have anything to drink, so that's good. That's good. Diet and lack of dental care. It's all diet. It's not, you don't even need, if you have a good diet, you don't even need dental care. That's how they get you, these dentists. They're worse than the doctors, and they're more evil, probably. I mean, an SCS, special catering service. But yeah, Rubes is beyond that even. Yeah. So Vatnai agrees with me. Diet. Go on a low carb, high protein diet. That's what we've got to do. High carb, low protein diet. Am I wrong? It took me a long time to realize how to please a woman sexually. I leave her alone. I wasn't saying that in a patronizing way. No, you weren't. Just using your own. Yes. Yeah, no, round of applause for Paul Manning. That was fine. I'm totally not upset at all. But thank you very much for thinking I might be upset. I'm one of those people. I'm not that upset. You can say the worst thing about me. Don't say the worst thing, but you could say the worst thing. You could say, I mean, I am only upset when people get mad at me. When Lucy gets mad at me, it just bums me out so much. When Judel gets mad at me, it just bums me out. I need love and attention. Don't we all need love? Don't us guys, Paul, Andrew, Vatnai, MC Scott, don't we sell air at Audex? Don't we need love? Men need love more than women need love. Women always, the women need love too. People need love. That's what men need. A lot of women think I'm going to play a game with them. I'll play hard to get. The way you get a guy is to go, oh my God, I love you. I love you. You be like Claire. You just say, I love you. I love you so much. You're so amazing. You're so funny. Try not to make it seem like you're lying. We need love. You're not wrong. We totally need love. We need someone to say, I love you the way you are. I love you just the way you are. We need love. I'm not needy, Lewis. Fiercely independent. Well, I am. I'm totally needy. I'm going to grab a girl by the ankle. And I need you. I need my mother to love me, but she's dead. She's dead, Joodles. There's no more love to be had in the world than Claire gives you, Lewis. You don't need any more of us. Yes, of course, I need. She's not here right now. So why can't you love me right now? She's not here. You know, why not? Just because one person loves me so much, you know? Why can't I have 2 or 3 or 10? Why can't I have the entire world? I'm an attention seeker. World Health Study shows that British have healthier teeth than the U.S., but the U.S. favor the look of teeth over general health of them. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, the reason why teeth are so bad in this country, when you say to an English person, show me your teeth, an English person goes like this. Can you see that? They put the top teeth right on the bottom teeth, so it's flat. Where in America, they go like this. Can you see? With the top teeth, something's happened. I never had a gap in my teeth here. I've never had this gap either. I don't want to talk about it. Lucy, I don't want clever conversation. I love you just the way you are. Yeah, that's so romantic. That's great. Billy Joel, New York Jew. Yeah, how brilliant is that? I love you, Lucy Van Pelt. I'm sorry. I'm telling you that openly. I'm telling it to you. I love Joodles. I love you just the way you are. Yes, it's a great song, Joe. I love you just the way you are. You can't have the whole world because most women can see you're insane, and I'm insane. I'm afraid that I'm insane, and we tend to stay away from those fellas. It's all your own doing. Well, that's saying if I made myself insane. I don't think I made myself insane. I've always been this way. I didn't wake up one day and say I'd like to be insane. I am insane. It's like saying, I'm 68 years old. You made yourself 68. No, I'm 68. I am insane. And women are afraid of that. They're afraid. They don't want to be told, I love you. You go up to a girl and say, wow, I've seen enough of the videos. Have you seen those TikTok videos? Have you seen the TikTok videos? Where the woman is complaining because the guy, this older man came up to me and said, excuse me, madam, but I think you're really beautiful. This is what she said. And she said, and I got the ick because he said I was beautiful. How many times does a girl ever say that to a guy who they don't know? They don't know. Who do they know? Can you say that? Okay? You stay away. You stay away from all fellas. That's the way women are. They stay away from men. That's interesting. You're becoming long in the tooth. Lewis, what does that mean? That's interesting. Anaya Dental, world's best. What is that? Is that in Turkey? Kermit? UK number 5, US is number 9 in teeth. What does that mean? What does that mean? That they have the best dentistry? They got the highest numbers of dentists? There are places that don't have any cavities at all because they don't eat junk. We are all insane, Lewis. You have to survive the bedlam of life. I'm not trying to be insane. This is just the way I am, Andrew Rubin. This is the way. The more you relax and stop trying, the more you shed all your neuroses and worries and just be you. This is what Paul Manning says. Then life will bring a beautiful, like-minded person into your orbit. Yeah, probably. I think, yeah, probably. Yeah, or just being open to this, realizing. Lucy Van Pelt, is this me saying this? You're a bit dim, but I'll do you. Yeah, I don't know whether who you're talking about, but that's like me. I'm in love with Lucy Van Pelt. I don't even know what she looks like. She's just an avatar of somebody famous. I don't know. She could be horrible. What about Joodles? I'm in love. I'm sorry. I shouldn't even talk like this because it sounds like I don't care. Anyway, I'm going to admit to you that I miss being admired and being looked up to. Pupils, parents, colleagues thought I did a good job. It was nice. Sad in it. Yes, I was going to say it's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. Well, what can you do right now? You're not that old. How old are you? How old are you, Vatanai? You have life. We all have life. That's what I'm trying to get in my life. I want a shot of redemption. I don't want to be a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Okay? That's what I'm saying. That's what we want to do. We want to have a second life, a third life. The way I'm doing it is I'm trying to be thin. And by being thin, I have more energy. And by have more energy, I'm doing more and more stuff, basically. I'd like to be young again. But, I'm 68 and this is what I'm going to be, whatever. So, Vatanai, how old are you? And Stig is here. Good to see you. Women don't care about men. They do care about men. They care about men more than men care about women. They love it. I mean, only a woman can make love to a man and then still want, after they reach their climax. They want more of the guy. A guy wants the girl just to be gone, at least temporarily. Now, Judel says it's like when a football player retires, Vantanai, or any sports people, really. There was a whole thing on Sky Sports about men's mental health after the other day. Boxers, rugby players, the same thing. Yeah. It's like that. That's exactly what it's like. You got to move on to something else. And you're 64. That's a bit old. But are you fat? How about getting muscles? How about buying some new clothes? How about that? How about buying new young people's clothes? How about going for a walk in the park and finding the clothes that the young people just throw away on the side of the park benches and then wearing that? If you're thin, you can do that. I'm a 32-inch waist. How good is that? So Alex says, do Lucy, Lewis. Well, it's not up to me. It's not up to me. It's up to Lucy. It's up to Lucy. Anyway. See, also comedian actors, anyone who gets their adulation from other people. Yeah, that's true. That's also a problem. That's also a problem. That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just doing something. I hope. I don't want. You're not adulating me. I hope you're not. But I'm just trying to speak. Who said? I'm just letting it all hang out. Letting it all hang out. That's what I'm saying. I'd like to see the study. What is the study about the teeth? Because the most important thing about the teeth is the cavities of the teeth. And then maybe the placement of the teeth. All those black Africans, amazing, amazing teeth, because they just ate meat and they chewed it from the flesh. Like, my teeth are getting better ever since I've been on the eating just raw meat, and I have to chew it. Even though I don't really chew it as much as I should, but it's still chewed. See, 64, you're young, you're 4 years younger than I am. Let's sign a contract with ourselves saying we're going to be the best we can be. It's like you go to Slimming World or something. You want to be thin. This is Let's Be Young Again. What's that song? There's another, I can't even remember. I know there are these songs that I used to sing all the time about being young. Let's forever young. My mom was a teacher. Joe says. Let's get back on track. Anaya Dental, world's best. Oh, that's what I should be looking up. Oh, okay. Sorry, Kermit. I didn't know what that was. It sounded like some Turkish place. Let's go look here for that thing. We'll look for that thing. Anaya Dental. Anaya Dental. Survey? I don't know. What do you call it? Is not a nationally official survey, but the name refers to the local patient feedback questionnaire used by specific dental practice or potentially. The user maybe think, I don't know what that means. National. I'm gonna ask this way. Which can you see what I'm writing? Which country has the best teeth? The best teeth. That's a different form of the question. What do you think about that? Denmark. Other countries like Germany, Finland, high up for oral health, which measures decay, missing, or filled teeth. That's maybe right. Dental, missing, and filled. DM, indicating a minimal issues with decay, fillings, and is attributed to comprehensive dental care system. That's Denmark. Also ranks in the top 5. So I don't know what the answer is. What is the answer? What is the answer? What is the answer? Okay, Lucy says, scientists have discovered the way to repair tooth enamel and fill in small cavities with a gel made from keratin, the protein our hair and nails are made of. You know what? Teeth, they don't need to be filled in. You just don't eat sugar and you don't get rotten teeth. Sugar rots your teeth, Lucy. I'm not yelling at you. Did that sound like I was yelling at you? I was just getting a bit excited. Don't think that I'm yelling at you. And my dentist, Dr. Kafer, what a scam artist. He just because was paid for by my mother's, by whatever. There was no insurance. So boom, your son has the most cavities. And look at my teeth. Look at how bad my teeth are. Look. Can you see, I'm missing one there. Can you see all the fillings? Can you see the fillings in the back? Can you see that? It's gross, sorry. Looks and maturity for me personally, Alex. Old Leanne, beautiful Leanne. Older guys are more distinguished in a way. Not saying younger men are not attractive, but lots of men I didn't like when they were younger. I liked more when they aged. Women can put up with an older guy. I don't even know why they would want to, but they want a guy who's rock hard, not filled in, repaired. What does that mean? They got to still have to drill it. They got a cavity. They got to take the thing, whatever the cavity is, and then they got to put the thing on it. Just get them filled with white, and I don't know the difference. Just try keeping your teeth. I'm going to say it again. It's like calcification in your bones, Lewis. Put that clip on your dating profile. Yeah, maybe I should. So you could see what I'm like. Halloween was last week. Was it that ugly? It's pretty ugly. But I want you to see me, and I want you to go, oh my God, you're exactly. I mean, you guys, I think, shouldn't. Thank you, Lucy. I knew you were talking to me, but I do appreciate that. But I think I want to be known for what I am. I want to be known for my bad teeth, for my toenails, which used to have fungus in them. Saint Kermit. I want to be known for my anal wart. I want to be known. So when we're making love, you can see there's a hole in my back right here. It's not really that noticeable. You might not even notice it, but something like that. I want you to, and when you see me and we're hanging out together, you can go, oh my God, you remind me of, you're like Lewis Schaffer. You're just like Lewis Schaffer. You're not a phony. I don't want to be a phony. I don't want to be a phony. But thank you, Lucy, for saying that, for joking about that. Andrew's talking to Kermit. Saint Kermit, patron saint of technologically challenged. I can see coming in around 2,000 years' time. Possible. Kermit knows a lot of stuff. He knows a lot of stuff. Most of us are middle-aged or older, Lewis. It's too late to turn back time. So we need to conserve. And the way you conserve is by not having a high-carb diet. Old people go to the dentist too. I haven't gotten a cavity in 4 years, 5 years, or whatever. I got to go back to the dentist. I haven't gone. The problem is so many people have a crap diet for years, Vatnai. Vatnai and I are on the same page. Okay, so that's the problem. We have a crap diet, Vatnai says, and have had poor dental care. It's not that we've had poor dental care, we've had a crap diet. If you have a good diet, you do not need any dental care. This is what Lewis Schaffer believes. Does that make me insane, Joodles, that I believe this? Okay, no, Lewis. They put the keratin gel on the tooth surface, and the calcium and the phosphate in the saliva work with the keratin to repair the enamel. What does it mean to repair? It makes the enamel grow back? I look like Gollum. Consider yourself lucky, Lewis. Well, Paul Manning, how old are you? 64. Did you say you were 64? No, you didn't say you were 64. You don't have to look like Gollum. We can look good. We can be young again. What is that song? Let me see if I can say, we can be young again. We can be young again. Maybe that's not the songs. I don't know what it is. I mean, there is this song. There is. I hate this. We played this before. Forever Young. Oh, you know what it could be? It could be a Moody Blues song. What was the Moody Blues songs we were singing like in week 1? Moody Blues. Remember this. Okay, well that's we can't listen to that anymore, but that's brilliant. That's the Moody Blues. Remember we spoke about the Moody Blues so many months ago. Yeah, that's another great song. We're not going to talk about Moody Blues. You're only 50 years old. You're 18 years old, younger than I am. Let's be healthy. Let's be healthy, Paul Manning. 50 years old. Be thin. Walk more and be thin and smile. Smile at the girls. NHS dentists have been in a terrible state for a long time. Why have they been in a bad state, Kermit? Why have they been in a bad state? There could be a vote tonight to end the federal government shutdown. I mean, yeah, it's just, you don't need as much government as you think you do. And there's too much government. 40 million people are getting food stamps. That's ridiculous in America. That's like over 35, whatever. That's like 10% of the population. That's like too much money. That's too much money. That's too much money, but whatever. We're going to be young. What else can we do besides low carb diet? Remember, carbs, they do really bad things to our bodies. They do bad things. What else? What do you recommend that we do to be young? Maybe just smile at people more. How about that? People who smile look young. Tell somebody you love them. Tell somebody something. Maybe this thing is, I'm a bit worried about this. I got this thing right here, this thing. This I've always had. Because the government may pay very small stipend for NHS work. It gives way to unscrupulous dentists to do the minimum and the quickest and cheapest option. Okay, it's a scam. But what can we do so we don't go to the dentist? We don't eat carbs. We don't eat sugar. We don't eat carbs. Laugh more and focus on the good stuff, Joe says. Yes, I'm going to make a list. Let's make a list of what we can do to be younger. This is important to me. What is... let me write down. Whoops, my pen is not even working. See if it works. There we go. Okay. So what Joe says is, she says laugh more. What else can we do? We can focus on good stuff. Focus on good stuff. Okay, anybody else? Tell me something else. That every one of you, come think of something that you can do so that tomorrow we're younger than today. We're younger than today. Maybe hang out with older people. That's something. Hang with older people. All right, what else? What else? Smoke more trees. Is that what you call pot? Okay. Maybe drinking is not the right idea. Laugh more. Andrew says, so Cellaire says, smoke more trees. Most people our age need to go to the dentist. As I said, we cannot turn back time. That is a lie, Kermit. It's a lie. They say, oh, it's an age thing. Your teeth are rotting because of your age. That's bogus. That's bogus. That's how they get you. They say, oh, you're old. It's like the old joke where the guy comes in, he's got a bad knee. He's got a bad knee, and the doctor says, Moish, you're 72 years old. That knee is 72 years old. That's why it's like the way it is. And Moishe says to the doctor, he says, you know what? My other knee, which is in perfectly good condition, is also 72 years old. So I don't believe that. I don't believe it's an age thing. I believe we let our teeth rot by eating high sugary foods. Teeth don't grow back, Lewis. If you had a bad diet and little access to dentistry, then you have what you have. Yeah, okay, that's one thing. But the idea of getting cavities and your teeth rotting, that is something that at any age, whether you're 5 years old or 50, okay? 5 years old or 50. Okay, so I don't want to hear that. Yeah, maybe if you've had your teeth pulled when you were a kid. But right now, we've got the teeth that we have. They're hard. I'm going to try to make them last as long as I can. I've been so bad lately. I've been really bad. 150 grams of carbs, that's way too much. Men are pretending to be women. They're not, though. And they never will. That's what Joodles is. Is that about being young? You don't need to pretend, though. Okay, what are we saying? Pretend to be 37. I don't know if I believe in pretending. I've not had a new cavity in over 30 years. Doesn't mean I shouldn't need the old work looking after. Yes, you do need the old work. But if we don't want to have any new work put in to become old work, we need to not eat sugar. And when I say sugar, I mean raisins, bagels, bread, potatoes, pies. I had 2 oranges today. Okay, whatever. Don't listen to me. Listen to me, Lewis. From your lines, when rotated, look like Jabba the Hutt. For my frown lines. Hunt with a white beard. Check the Discord for the reference him. You mean like when I'm going like this? Yeah, I don't look as good as I used to look. I think I look better. I'd like to think I look better in person. I've got this thing, you know. This is the thing. I might have plastic surgery anyway. But thank you very much, Paul Manning. How about check the Discord? Check Discord. Check Discord for image of me. Any other ideas of how we can stay young? Everybody should think of something. 2 Oreo ice creams a day. That's not healthy. That's not good for you. I do not think it's good for me. Maybe one. Hands up. Here has 2 ice creams a day. Okay, I said I was bad. Kermit, you don't need to drive at home. I said I was a bad boy, and I'm trying to work on it. Buy the stream an Oreo. Maybe we'll have a party. I'll buy everybody an Oreo. Try a different mass-produced processed ice cream product. Look what you made. You made her do that, Kermit. You made Lucy attack me this way. The point is, I enjoy having that ice cream, but I don't feel that great afterwards. Like Claire says, you don't feel good afterwards after you've had it. I don't feel good after I've had it. One a month, but if you keep your calories low, you can be on a relatively high carb diet. Don't preach teeth bullshit when you're eating 2 Oreo ice creams a day. Well, why not? Because I actually pay attention to this stuff. I pay attention to it. I'm the only one here. You guys don't even care about being young. You're going, oh, I'm 50 years old. I'm too old. I'm 64 years old. I'm too old. You're not. You're young and beautiful. You're ready for Lewis Schaffer to be made love to by Lewis Schaffer. You're ready for it. Okay. And Paul Manning has never even tried it. He's never even tried an Oreo ice cream. I paid £1.99 for one today. Today. It goes up and goes from, I'm going to rule out the most expensive ripoff one, but it's like £2.60 usually. You pay for a private dentist to keep what you have. Well, congratulations. I'm saying you don't even need a dentist. It's like saying, oh, I go to a private doctor, so I'm doing much better than the NHS doctor. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Unnecessary. I do want to try it now. I must give one a try, says MC Scott. Yeah, they're very small. They're only basically 2 ounces or 2.5 ounces. They're very small. They're like a piece of chocolate. So, but they are good. But also, like yesterday, I had a Solero bar. I've been in a bad mood. Does it seem like I've been in a bad mood? I don't know. Judel says, that's not what Kermit's saying at all, Lewis. Well, what is he saying? Let him defend himself. Right, you didn't look, no one looks after their teeth when they're young. But I'm telling us now, even at our old age, and you are not old, Kermit, you are young and fit and handsome, and you look like a porn movie director. We still have to look after our teeth. Even if we're 90 years old, we can't have sugar. Bad for our teeth. But what is Kermit saying, Judels? But I don't eat 2 Oreo ice creams a day because it makes me feel good temporarily. Yes, okay, you're good. You're good that way. And I used to be that way for a while, and I'll be that way again. You never saw a picture of my father. He weighed 300 pounds when he died. My father was fat. I came from a fat family. I come from a fat city, in a fat state, in a fat country. People are fat. So I'm always, and there's so much food lying around. I'm an American, so I just think, why can't I be happy? I'm not keen on Oreos in the first place. This is what Paul Manning says. He's not keen. He's telling us he's not keen. So the chances of me trying the ice cream version, I have more chance of seeing a one-legged cat burying its own turd in a frozen pond. All right, so am I pushing it on you people? Have I told you have to have this thing? This is good for your health. It's good for your brain. It makes you happy. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm mentioning it because I feel guilty about it. I feel guilty about it. Where did it go? I lost the plot here. It's not even about touching the teeth. It comes from the inside. That's the thing, Seller at Audex. The thing, the teeth are broken down from. It's like from the inside. It comes from the inside. I went to a model railway exhibition today with my wife, don't brag, and grandson. My son said, why do all the men here look so weird, old, fat, or crazy? Perhaps what the other wives thought of me. Oh, so did your wife say that, or did your son say that? Yeah, because women don't like men. They don't like men the way we like women. We like women. I'm in love with Lucy. I've never even seen what she looks like. I just know she's a girl. If you see a girl, you go, ooh, she's a girl. But if a girl sees a guy, she thinks, oh, I got to get to know the guy before I like him. Am I right about that? I think I'm right. I like the cocoa-y biscuit, but not the filling. What the filling is just vanilla. It's got a little bit of chocolate in it, but it's the vanilla, Lucy. Let's see. Our gums recede as we get older, allowing more of the teeth to be exposed. It's not a carb or sugar thing. It's a fact of aging. First of all, our gums do not need to recede either, number one. They don't need to recede. And this fact of aging thing, I don't believe it. I don't believe in aging. I believe a little bit of aging, but not as much aging as you think there is. Our Kermit, I don't believe that. Hence, long on the tooth. Yes, I guess that's what that comes. There you go. Joodles is so smart. She's a smart, pretty girl. So young and pretty. Young and pretty, Lewis. Why would you think that? Think what? Think what? What did I think? What did I just think? Long in the tooth, exactly. Well, there you go. I mean, it can happen. I mean, it's happened here. Can you see that? But not as much. I thought it was collapsing. When I see a gal now, I think, ooch, is that a man? Got to be careful these days. Yeah, you do. That is funny. You do think that. You absolutely do think that. But men like women more than I look at all the women now, old and young, and I think I do you. I would do you. Give me a hug. I do you. I would do. Our hair doesn't need to go gray, and mine hasn't. But it is still a fact of aging. Yes, it is. But tooth decay and gum disease is not necessarily that. Lucy Van Pelt, Paul Manny saying, is that a euphemism? Imagine Kenneth Williams saying that. What did she say? Oh my God, I gotta see it. I like a cocoa-y biscuit, but not the filling. Paul Manning, very funny. Very, very funny. And Paul goes, ooh, matron. Lucy laughs. It's so good to see Lucy laugh. Lewis, men see a pretty girl, and us girls have to get to know the guys first. I said that. That's what I said. I said we see a pretty girl. Like I said, my most favorite quote, I said, women need to know everything about a man before they love the man. They want to know everything about the man before they love the man. And men need to know everything about a woman before we hate her. So that's that. But we'd like to see a pretty girl. It's like what I say to you women, just lose some weight. That's all you need to do. Lose some weight. And what do I say to the men? Lose some weight. Especially, I say this to the men mostly. Get some nice clothes. Dress in a younger way. Lose weight, dress in a younger way. I can't believe I'm even saying that. I don't think I've ever said that before. Dress in a younger way. Men will never tire of seeing pretty women, MC Scott. But the truth is, most women are pretty to men. Most are. Women, the top 5%, 3% they'll do, but they won't do the other ones. So it's not that they never tire of looking at women. They want to see women. And they don't judge them. Men are not as judgmental as women. And I don't want to have an argument about this because it's true. I have older brothers who are grayer than a badger at 10 years younger than I am now. Yes, it could be their diet. It could be they drank more. It could be they worried. They worried more. Maybe they took more shampoos and washed their hair more. Who knows what they did differently. We live in a world, there's no reason for people, like I still have my hair, some of my hair, but I'm still, it's not quite as good as it used to be. I haven't always gotten to know a guy. Maybe I'm a tramp. Yeah, you're not a tramp. You're not a tramp. No, you just realize, no, you're good. You're loving. That's what you are, Joe. So what? You got the wrong guy if you want me to judge you as a tramp or say that that's a bad thing. I'm not that way at all. At all. Okay? Isn't it strange how we use a saying, long in the tooth, even though other parts of the body stretch or elongate with age, like a person's nose? Okay, I could see that. Look, my nose is getting a bit bigger. It's broken too. I'm thinking maybe I need a little bit of surgery or something. Paul Manning. This is Paul Manning. You never had anyone say long in the schmeckel or long in the boob. That's totally true. That is true. They never say that about a man's schmeckel. They never say that, you know. But well, I had a joke about that, which I forgot what it was. It was like, it's like people saying your eyesight always gets worse. Okay. Long in the ear, also long in the ear. It's kind of gross, long in the ear. Because it falls down. That's true. My ears are all right. Yeah, it's a bit, yes, long in the ear, says Lucy. Lewis, dressing younger actually makes you look older. Yes, it does. I'm saying dressing in a more fashionable way, not necessarily younger. I'm not saying you should wear, whatever. Long in the ear might be more appropriate for men. Yeah, long in the ear. I agree with you. I thought I knew what a schmeckel meant. Now I don't think so. It means a peepee. It means a peepee. Joodles is a schmeckel. Low in the scrotum. That's also something else. Your balls hang down to the ground. That's true. Yes, a man's body, even like my body, I've got my skin is not quite as firm and as tight as it used to be. But, we can still look all right. We can't look 20, but we can look better. Thank you, Lucy, for saying that. Dressing young looks silly if you're older. Good quality clothes is the way. Yes, it is. Wearing fashionable clothes. Men wear clothes. Their underwear is longer than I had AIDS. Joodles is a Yiddish word for yes, that's what a schmeckel means. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what it meant, but I'm not sure they get longer, do they? Mine. I don't want to talk about mine. I don't know. I don't think no. They get shorter looking if you've got fat, because if you've got fat, you build up a fatness there. So being fat makes your willy look a lot smaller, and it's also like with women too. They got that big. If you have fat growing on your pubic mound, a man's pee-pee is not going to be as large as it was because you've got a whole layer. It's not going to fit as deep into it. Okay. Chaps, this is what Kermit says. Chaps tend to dress the same way. They always did. My granddad always wore a shirt and a tie. I tend to wear Adidas Gazelle. Well, you're lucky because Adidas Gazelle has come back in fashion, right? Aren't those like, I used to wear those when I was a kid. So we should dress, I'm not saying we should dress young, but dress good, whatever. Dress good. Loving the word schmeckel, Joe says. To show I've learned it, I will use it in 3 sentences tomorrow. So what did we discuss today? What were we discussing? We discussed what can we do? What can we do to stay young? What else did we discuss? What can we do to stay young? Tooth decay and the NHS dentist. What else did we discuss? Anybody else know something else? Rod my seesaw, loving the word. So you're loving the word schmeckel. So this has been good. Penis, vagina. Okay, they all age. They do age, but that doesn't. You know what I mean? They do age. but we can look younger. What I don't know what I'm going to do to look younger. I am going to lose a few more pounds. I'll maybe get better lighting here. Do you think maybe I need more lighting? Could be maybe I need more lighting. Possibly more lighting. Maybe getting my nose fixed. What do you think? Do you think my nose fixed? Lewis, don't comment if you're uncomfortable, but have you ever heard about tuggers, circumcised men who hang weights on their chos? And if I'm not, it doesn't make me uncomfortable, but I have heard about it. I've heard about it. Yeah, where they want to have a foreskin back, but I don't think that that's possible. I am circumcised, and I regret having it done. I regret having it done. I don't think my schmeckle is as sensitive as it was. I've heard about it. I've heard about it. And in America, they believed in circumcision. I don't know why, but they circumcised everybody. Lewis, I got circumcised when I was 5 years old, and I'm so happy I had it done. Why did you have it done, FM Ghost? 70% of Americans still do it. Yeah, they still do it. I mean, because America is the home of fear, and there's this fear is that there are nooks and crannies that stuff get into, and they make your schmeckle dirty, or they make your schmeckle disease ridden, and it's not a good thing. And I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that anymore. I don't believe in it. I think it's a protective thing. I think did I discuss the purpose of it? The purpose of it, basically, I believe, why this circumcision is because you can't fondle oneself as a man as easily without a foreskin. There's less feeling, exactly. You get less feeling as you get older. I mean, it's good. It's good because you're not as fast. Oh, should we be discussing this? It's to stop little boys fiddling with themselves. It's repulsive abuse. What does that mean, repulsive abuse? What does that mean? It's to stop little boys from fiddling with themselves. Quite possibly, yes. I don't, maybe it sounds a bit cruel there. It's not that painful. It's not that painful. I cried when my son had it done, and I was reading a book by a London gangster of Jewish heritage. He was talking about some of the old London Jewish villain who was well-known tugger. I literally spat my Earl Grey tea out when I read it. Yeah, well, it could be. It could be. People are crazy, but they're not that crazy. Maybe it comes from the desert climate there, where the Jews came from. You get sand in the pee-pee, and you can't, maybe. Who knows what the story is? I don't even know. It's a very odd subject. It's very interesting. Anyway, this has been a very good show. I think this has been one of my happiest shows. Let me tell you why it's been happy. Because I'm always happy to see Lucy and Joodles come back. I'm always happy about that. I'm happy to see Joe. I'm happy to see Leanne, totally. I'm happy to see all the guys. We got some very smart participatory guys. Kermit, amazing. Paul Manning, Andrew, amazing. MC Scott, amazing. Good, pretty girls and smart girls too. I was going to say pretty girls and smart guys, but the girls were great. The Jedster was here. Selaire, we had, I don't know how many people we had on the thing here. I don't know how many people. We had about, how many people we had? We had 20, 30 people. It's not that much, but for two shows, for people to come in, I think it's really, whatever you call, I call this a show. It's not really a show, whatever it is. Selaire at Audex, amazing. Always, it makes me happy. I thank you for coming to this stream. I thank you. Vatanai, I thank you. I thank you. We're going to think about a song about being young, whatever that song is. There is a song, I can't get it out of my head. It's probably a Moody Blues song. It's about, fighting to be young. It's about fighting to be young. So if I haven't mentioned your name, I think I've mentioned pretty much everybody's names. 3 shows tomorrow, Lewis. You're locking your pan in. Well, we've got tomorrow. We're going to start at 5:30. We've got, I hope, Chinese Elvis comes in, Paul. Okay. FM Ghost, thank you for coming back and thank you for being well behaved. Jedster, it's always good. I don't know about John Lennon on Bo Selector, but okay. Youth is wasted on the young. It's a common feeling. Well, it is true. Now that we're old, we think, wow, I'd love to be young again. I'd love to be young again. But I'm not dead yet. This is what I have to remind myself. I'm not dead yet. And you girls are not dead, and you boys are not dead. The thing we can focus on to save our teeth is low carb. To get thin is low carb. To dress better. Maybe you don't have to dress young. I found, like the jeans I'm wearing, that I can wear them now because my legs are so skinny. They're really skinny. One day, we'll have to get the hardcore participants and Lewis together for a real-life chat about life. Yes, in person, yes. And film it. The results could be something. Yeah, we could film it into a show. Who knows what can happen? We've had 151 shows. 151 shows. And this show was the most inspirational. You make me feel so young. You make me feel like time has sung. You make me... Is that the song? I actually like that station. Resonance FM is great. It's got so much weird stuff in it. Like, they almost don't want you to listen to it, but you have to. That's what makes it so great. It's like saying, why is this... And I've been on that thing for 17 years, even though I'm horrible. I'm not a leftist. I don't believe in what most of the people believe, and people complain, and they keep me on. I don't know why they keep me on, but God bless Resonance FM at 5, and then our show at whatchamacallit, at 5:30, and then we'll do the late show. We'll have to see. But 3 shows. But thank you, Lucy, for reminding me of that. Can we all go? Can we all do this for me? The least we can do. We got 20 people here. Can we all press the like button? That's all I ask. Press the thumbs up. It costs nothing. We got 11. It costs nothing. To make sure you press it. It costs nothing. Also, I don't know if there's anybody new here. Who's listening in. Maybe they haven't spoken. But press the subscribe thing. And also, I have to ask because I used to make a fortune on GB News, and then they fired me, and they'll never have me back. So I have to figure out how to make money again, and I will. Okay. Young at Heart, the Bluebells. No, it's like a modern song. What did you say, Avatnai? What did you say? What did Vatnai say? No, Susan Stevenson is here. Forever Young. That is a great song. Thank you, Susan. Can we all make sure that we thumbs up? It's so simple. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. I can't even explain why you have. Now we got 13. Why you have to do it? You have to do it is because YouTube looks at it and says, oh, there you go. Not all can thumbs up, Lewis. Unregistered devices. Oh, I see. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you, Kermit, for suggesting going to Ko-fi and Patreon. Just remember my name, Lewis Schaffer, one word. Go to PayPal. Very easy. PayPal. I mean, it's been great. This is, how many months have we done this? 150 days is 5 months. 5 months. I never. You don't. I don't. He doesn't need. He's right, Choodles. He doesn't need to apologize. He doesn't need to apologize. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye. We're going to say goodbye. I'm going to keep as usually the way it works is I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to a different stream, and I'm going to go to a different stream, and then we're going to have a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to end the stream. So we'll all say goodbye. We'll all see you tomorrow. Young Sluts Run by Young Sluts Run the World by Megan 3. Okay, possibly not that song. Thank you, MC Scott, for saying goodbye. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. I hate to leave, but we got an hour and a half is enough. I hate to leave. Okay.